Imagine having an agent who's not just a rep, but a real partner, someone who gets your vision, who champions your talent, and works with you as an equal. So building this relationship, this amazing relationship, is a 3-step process. First, you got to send out the queries that not only get opened, but also kickstart a personal connection. The second step is you got to do your homework. Once you start getting requests to have a meeting, then you need to be able to research the agent so that you know what kind of questions you're going to be asking them in the meeting. And today we are focusing on the third step, and that is turning those crucial meetings into empowering conversations that are going to lay the groundwork for a successful working relationship going forward. I made videos to those other 2 steps that I just mentioned, and you will find those in the show links below. Now, before we get into this video, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other videos that are coming out. Okay, let's get started. My name is Anne, and today we're going to be chatting about interviewing agents, because you've got more power than you think. And it all starts with how you set up that relationship to begin with. Now, this isn't just about ticking off your questions. It's about building a meaningful 2-way relationship. So first, let's talk about some tips to help you feel a little less nervous for that upcoming meeting. To keep those nerves in check is key. Know your questions and then practice them until they just roll right off your tongue. But also, don't feel bad if you need to have them on your phone or on a notebook in front of you. It's not the end of the world. Your agent will appreciate that you come prepared with a list of questions, and I'm sure that they are going to also have questions for you. There is just one caveat, though. Don't take notes during the meeting. Try and remember everything, and then if you have to, right after the meeting, slip into the bathroom and record everything on the notes in your phone or something like that, so you don't forget about any of the important things that your potential agent may have said. You have to think of these questions as conversation starters. Nothing is set in stone. And they're definitely not a set of true-false questions for the agent to pass or fail. The whole point of the questions is that so you're prepared and you get your questions answered, but also just to see if you click with the agent, if you like them, and if they're responsive, because how they react to the questions that you ask them in this meeting is going to be a really good indication of how they're going to be acting with you moving forward. So a good rule of thumb is stay curious. Just treat your potential agent as you would any interesting person that you meet somewhere. Ask them questions. Let your curiosity be your guide as far as where the questions go to. And think of the list of questions that we're going to go through together as something to have in the back of your mind. They're naturally very helpful and good to have. But if you miss one or two, you can always send an email afterwards as a follow-up. Because you got to remember, this meeting is as much for you as it is for your agent. You're checking them out just as much as they're checking you out. So today we're going to cover the key questions that will help you to understand how this agent could possibly boost your career and whether or not they're a good fit for you at this time. And by the way, you don't have to write down all of these questions. You can just download them from the link in the show notes. All right, ready to flip the script and take control? Let's go. So question number 1. So tell me about your journey in the industry. How'd you get your start as an agent? Why ask this? This question is an icebreaker. It gives you insight into their career path and what motivated them to become an agent in the first place, which can be a great way to build rapport. So as a follow-up tip, be genuinely interested in their story. Question number 2. How long have you been an agent and what kind of clients do you normally represent? Why ask this? Well, it helps to further establish their experience. Knowing how long they've been an agent helps give you a little bit of insight into their stability. And understanding the kind of clients that they work with helps you to see if they have experience with actors like you, which can be crucial for targeted advice and opportunities. Question number 3. How do you typically help your clients grow their careers? Why ask this? Because this transitions smoothly to their working style, which will give you an idea of what to expect in the partnership in the future. Because an agent's approach to working with clients can vary significantly. Some may take a very hands-on approach, while others may not. And of course, this also depends on what you want for your career as well, and on what kind of relationships you thrive under. Knowing their style is going to help you determine whether this is going to be a good relationship for you. And if it's going to help you, most importantly, grow your career. Question number 4. What's your strategy for pitching clients for auditions? Why ask this? Well, after understanding their approach to client management, this question dives into their tactics for managing your career. A solid strategy shows that the agent isn't just reactive, but that they are actively pursuing opportunities for their clients. This can include knowing where to pitch you, tailoring your submission, and leveraging their network effectively. Question number 5. How do you help your clients with career development and long-term planning? Why ask this? Because career development and support are imperative for sustained success. An agent who helps with long-term planning shows that they are invested in your long-term goals, your career, and not just in, immediate opportunity. As a follow-up question, you might ask, how do you balance short-term opportunities with long-term goals when you're helping someone plan their career path? Question number 6. What makes you excited to work with a new client? Well, this question helps you to understand what your agent values in a client, what they were looking for when they decided to invite you for your meeting. An agent's enthusiasm for new clients can be a really good indication of their passion and commitment. And this can also give you a lot of insight on whether or not your goals align with your agent's goals. Question number 7. So this one is going to be dependent on the video that you watched last week about doing your research on an agent before you actually have the meeting. And at that time, when you were doing your research, you would be determining, are they more commercial, are they more theatrical, where are they at? So this is a question kind of based on that. Based on my research, I see you have a strong presence in both theatrical and commercial representation. How do you balance these? And what are your goals in these areas? Why ask this? Well, this question acknowledges your prior research, lets them know you come prepared. And it digs deeper into how the agent manages their representation in the different areas of their agency. It also gives the agent a chance to discuss how they strategize, right? How they balance theatrical with commercial, if they value one over the other. It gives you a lot of insight into the way that they're thinking. So as a follow-up here, you could ask, which area do you feel is stronger in your agency right now? And how does that align with your long-term goals? Because this will give you a lot of insight into their strategic focus. Question number 8. Which casting directors or industry people do you have the best relationships with? Why ask this? This question focuses on the agent's strong relationships within the industry, which can be crucial for opening doors and getting you some opportunities to audition for some great roles. And understanding who the agent has strong relationships with will also give you a little bit of insight on how strong their leverage is with these different people. And as a bonus, it may overlap with some of your industry connections. And you can say, oh, I know that person. I've got a great working relationship with that casting director. Or, oh, I've always wanted to work with that casting director. So it will just also give you more to talk about. But ultimately, it just shows you that the agent is well connected and can get you the kinds of opportunities that you want to have. Question number 9. How do you keep up with new projects and casting calls? Well, the reason you ask this one is obvious, right? I mean, staying on top of what's being cast is essential. And it also gives you some insight into how proactive your potential agent is or isn't. If they're on top of casting calls, then they're showing you that they know their stuff and that they are going to be out there actively looking for opportunities, not only for you, but for their other clients as well. And that's what you want. Question number 10. What do you see as the next steps for my career based on where you see me right now? Why ask this? Well, this question allows your agent to share their vision for your career. And also it makes it a collaborative discussion. Plus, it shows the agent that you're open to their guidance and looking to make this a collaborative, open discussion about where you should go in your career. And it also helps you to understand if they have a clear path and plan of action. Question number 11. What's your favorite way to stay in touch? This one's super important because staying in touch with your agent can feel weird sometimes if you don't have the right agent. So if they're not open to you writing an email once in a while, picking up the phone and calling once in a while, or texting once in a while, I don't know about you, but I would be rethinking that relationship. For me, I want to feel like I can reach out to my agent when I need to, knowing that I'm not going to be reaching out every day. But when I need to, that I can reach out and I'm not going to feel like I'm a big drag for doing it. Because communication is the key to a successful relationship, any relationship, including your relationship with your agent. Plus, it also helps to set expectations for how you might work together in the future should you decide to go with this agent. And, it ensures that you're both on the same page and that there aren't any false expectations being set up. As a follow-up, you might ask how often that agent reaches out to their clients, or how often they would like for you to reach out to them. And this will help you to understand their communication habits a whole lot better. Question number 12. What's your favorite way to network? This one, for me, this was a super important question because it reveals how that agent creates and maintains industry connection. Everybody has different ways of networking, so there's not necessarily a right way and a wrong way, but not networking is definitely not going to be working in your favor. So if they say like, oh, I just wait for the casting notices to come in, or that keeps me busy, or whatever it is, for me, that would be a red flag. I personally like it when an agent is out there actively attending festivals and industry events, that they're showing their face, that they're constantly reminding people that they're there and they're out there with their clients. Bonus points if their clients are there with them and if they have a great relationship with their clients. Because, as I've said a million times in the past, people like to work with people they like. And this goes for our agents as well. So if they're out there developing crucial relationships with industry people, then that's only going to benefit you and the rest of the roster. Question number 13. What tips do you have for me right now to improve my visibility, my marketing within the industry? Why ask this? Well, for one, it gives you actionable advice that you can put immediately into play. And number two, an agent who offers actionable tips is somebody who's showing that they are committed to seeing you improve. As a follow-up, you could ask, are there any particular workshops or skills that you feel like I should concentrate on? That way you're getting concrete advice. Question number 14. Can we talk about the terms of your agency agreement, like commission rates and contract length? Why ask this? Well, understanding the business side is crucial. Plus, this question ensures that there aren't any unpleasant surprises when it comes to reading that contract. It just basically sets clear expectations from the start. As a follow-up, you might ask, are there any additional costs that we haven't talked about? Sometimes, and I feel that these are more disreputable agents do this, but sometimes there is an administration fee of a certain amount of money to pay someone to put you up on their website. Take that with a grain of salt. I personally don't think that that's a great practice. They should be making all of their money from the commissions that they make on the jobs that their clients book, period. And finally, question number 15. What do you usually include in your welcome package for new clients? Why ask this? Well, the question sets the tone, first of all, for expectations. I know when I joined my agent, they sent me a pretty big welcome package that include the protocol for when I get an audition, how I'm supposed to react to that. My particular agency wants me to confirm that I got the audition and either agree to audition for it or decline the audition. So those are the first steps. And they expect that to happen within like a 24-hour period, I think, is what the turnaround is for that. But sometimes it's even quicker. And I always say, the minute you get that audition, decide whether you're going to accept it or decline it, and then let them know. Besides, understanding what resources and support are available up front is really going to help you to make your transition into that agency a whole lot easier. Okay. So those are my 15 questions to have at the ready during your agent meeting. I hope they make you feel really, really prepared for that meeting. And remember, you have the power. It's all about finding the right fit for you. And hey, if I missed any questions that you think are really important, let me know in the comments because I wouldम्रो to add them in a follow-up video. Until next time, you stay your bold and beautiful self. Bye-bye. This helps to further establish their expertise. This helps to further accept. Oh, fuck me.